Noddy, brilliant.
I've been told about 15 minutes, so everyone's got over 45 and quit it. Okay, hi, for anyone who doesn't know me, I'm Andy, and I'm Michael, or Noddy as we know as best man. So if I call him Noddy, that's what we're talking about Michael. Okay, first of all, again, I'd like to raise a toast to two of the most beautiful and lovely people that I've ever had the pleasure of knowing. Here's to a wonderful future together, and tonight everyone join in the celebration of their marriage. So, yeah, ready to hear. Okay, I'd like to compliment the bridesmaids. I'm sure everyone will agree that it's stunning today. You've done a fantastic job. I look forward to having a dance with them later. I know the rest of the lads do too. Especially you, Duffy. Everyone's having a good time today. Unfortunately, with every silver lining there's a cloud, and that's me. Okay, so where to begin? So I'm going to start off with Michael's love of tights and whips. Now I know what you're all thinking, but what I'm actually on about is Michael's dreams of becoming a champion horse rider. For many years, through primary and high school, he's an active member of the Albion District Pony Club. Unfortunately, his dreams didn't become reality, but I think we'll all agree we still see him as a massive jockey. Now, despite what Michael said before, actually the first time we met each other, we were about 10 or 11, and we used to play football on the hill in Bigland. And Michael went to a different primary school. We went to Ravensmead, he went to Wood Lane. And one day he came with his mates Sam and Ben Riley. And they were loaded with berries. What ensued was a legendary berry fight that only was ended when Ben and Sam's mum came down to tell me and Alex off for getting the shirts dirty. He even said, okay, we know your mum and dad, so we're going to tell them. Now, needless to say, after that, I never expected to be friends with Michael, never mind study today as his best man. During the years between then, and sixth form, which is when Michael said that we first met, I didn't know him too well, so what I did is ask some of his friends for some stories to fill in the blanks. So here are some of them. He was suspended from school for bringing a lighter in, despite never smoking. Jumping off a moving school bus to get compensation. Stealing Larry's spirits and topping the bottles up with water. Being tied to a chair and videoed, which I'm sure would be viral if YouTube was around today. And recording late night Channel 5 movies over these Simpsons videos. So just beware if you fancy watching one of your favourite episodes that Michael's recorded, it's actually Emmanuel Fine. It wasn't until sixth form, when our paths started to cross again and our social circles started to mix. Noddy likes to tell me I thought I was a bit of a geek at the time. Well, it's safe to say he had a reputation of being immature and a bit stupid. Can't put my finger on how we became good mates, but after an embarrassing fight in creation, and me finding one of his pubes with my beard there, we quickly became good friends. To the point of being inseparable during the summers of 2004 and 2005. On those summer nights, me, him, and Quacky and various others would drink lots of beer, make prank phone calls, and take various road trips up and down the country, causing carnage. Needless to say, we were young and enjoying life. Now at this time, everyone who knew Noddy will agree that he was somewhat of a party boy. After being sacked from Streetwise Sports, he managed to get a job at the Macro. And while struggling to juggle work, his A-levels, and Monday nights at Hanley, and being single, prospects weren't all looking too great. The summer after finishing sixth form, he got transferred to Birmingham Macro, along with Westy. Not a wise move by the company, I must say. I'm surprised they're actually still in business. He was barred from drinking at the hotel, throwing glasses off the balcony, claimed over about £500 in expenses so they could both go home to go on a Monday night up Hanley. to get the train there and back, and spent most of the time working hungover. Needless to say, he never got Employee of the Month during his time. He did, however, get the grades he needed to get into university. He chose Preston. However, the chance of his lifestyle changing was scuppered by meeting a certain Geordie called Mark Duffy. And I've asked Mark to give me a little passage about what went on at uni. So this is courtesy of Mark. He says, I met Noddy at the University of Central Manchester. It was the first night out, so everyone went to the student union. To cut a long story short, the night ended with several people dancing drunk on tables and singing. Of course, this was myself and Noddy. From that moment, the Geordie boys, me and King, had a good mate and drinking buddy. Highlights of uni, brackets, the cleanest ones, were playing for O'Neill's where Noddy scored a rasping volley from almost the halfway line. Even though some of the lads playing football at uni, he never stopped Noddy participating in the nights out, and he was never present seeking any excuse to dress up and be involved in a party. When we were not out drinking, we were in the halls, drinking, and playing Championship Manager. The occasional bet on the horse racing passed the time since work was minimal. It was during his first year of uni that Noddy met Justine through his friend Charlotte, as been explained before, and I've been reliably informed and backed up that she wasn't a big fan of him at first. And would often ignore his texts. The first encounter was in the back of Charlotte's car, and unsurprisingly, he was drunk. However, Noddy was persistent and knew what he wanted, and he was obviously fallen deeply in love with Justine straight away. On paper, I'll admit they didn't seem like the best match. Noddy liked going out with his mates, getting smashed, playing a game called Dick Tick, and owning the dance floor in Reflex. While Justine preferred quiet nights in, a nice boot, or just a nice glass of wine in the local pub. However, we all know how suited they are. The yin to each other's yang, the posh to his Bex, the yang to his deck, the dick to his dog. Despite their differences, they do share a lot in common too, like their love of Disney films, Christmas, and awful pop music. Now, I can't do my speech without mentioning all the other things that Michael enjoys. It's not just beer. He's actually a very keen water sports enthusiast. Some of you might not know this, but he's been known to engage in many different water sport activities, usually during the middle of the night while sleeping. He even sometimes lets Justine join in, against her will mainly, but she isn't afraid to get her helmet at time. Justine's pet Toby once also had a midnight shower. Michael's recently quite nickname. Bedwear. While many of you presume it's from the stories just told, the boys wouldn't let me get away with not sharing the real reason why. Last summer we went to our big floor night and Noddy made a bold statement that he wasn't going to go to sleep for more than 10 minutes for the whole trip. Now into the third day he stuck to his word and was giving it the big one about how hardcore he was. And after another day with no sleep and back on the beers at 8 AM, courtesy of yours truly, he'd had a sensible night in the night before. He was in bed at 8 PM, and his aim of being hardcore was well and truly tarnished. Missing the big night out of the stag do and earned his new nickname as Chief Bedwear. Now, the final story I'd like to share is my personal favourite. It took place around a year ago. Mike and Stina had been on a night out in Hanley while I drove to Nantwich to meet a few of my friends from work. After returning home in the early hours of the morning, I realised that Michael decided to crash at my house, and him and Stina were tucked up in different beds. As I got into my bed and started to drift off to sleep, I was awakened by noises coming from the other room. Michael was sleeping. It appeared to be his mobile phone. Turns out it was Justine phoning to find out where he was, because he presumably forgot to inform her that he wasn't coming home. The ringing stopped, and then I heard Michael stumble into the bathroom. There was silence. I sat up in my bed listening, and then what I heard was movement. To my shock, Michael then appeared as a silhouette at the end of my bed. With close inspection, I could now see that his trousers were down his ankles. little Michael was clearly on shape. At which point, it was clear that he was sleepwalking as he failed to respond to my shouts and laughter of what the FHR is going on. He then proceeded to kneel on my bed and uttered the now infamous words which will haunt me forever. Give me your hands. Needless to say, our friendship went to a whole new level. And while he couldn't remember a thing the next day, I was scarred for life. I did, however, do the gentlemanly thing, though, the next day and took him home to face the wrath of Justine. He even made me come into his house and explain why I had come home the previous night. And despite me being cross with him, I think she was just happy he was still alive. Things you go through for your mates. After all these stories, I'm sure you'll agree that it's somewhat of a miracle to see the person that Michael has become. We're all very proud that he now has an excellent job as an accountant for pets at home. Don't worry, I won't mention the incident of killing my dad's chicken with a cricket bat. And he's marrying a girl who loves him dearly and he loves him. Nice job, mate. Now I'm sure you're all eager to hear about the stag do. We had a great time in Budapest, but I won't be sharing any stories as the age-old saying goes, what goes on tour, stays on tour. Hey, Larry. However, again, if you want to speak to the Dicky, I'm sure we'll be happy to answer. All I can say, though, is FHL. And Justine, I'm sorry for letting Michael get that tattoo. Okay, I just want to share now a few tweets that I've received today from some people who can't be here. So I'll just load it up on the phone. Okay, so the first one's to Justine. One second. And it says, I'm sorry we could have been so good together. Let me know if it goes off the boil. And that one's from Johnny Depp.
Unlucky.
Okay, the second one is also from Justine, and it's from the lads from Bentley. She said, we've tried Michael in every position and we found him to be useful. Useless at every single one. Useless at every single one. So we hope we have better alternates. With that in mind, it's a good job. He's got his lucky back.
Well done.
And the last one's from Michael Bible. It says he's going to miss you at the pool parties. But in all seriousness, let me just say what a great honour it's been to be Michael's best man. He's a top guy and Michael brought it to me. And I know him and Justine are going to have a long and happy life together. Now I'd like you all to join me in wishing them a great time on their honeymoon in North Wales. No? Smokey says he's going to ban me for 2 weeks.
Oh, that's terrible.
Absolutely nailed the whole lot.
Okay, we're going to leave it now with a quote from Stuart. Respect to the man in the ice cream man, over and out.